This is what we were dealing with. And I could hear that things weren't going well, but it's only when I saw what I was hearing that I had to say something.
Trying to make sure that he's having a good time. So I don't even... It's okay if you can just add a bit more water to the ends. So... I won't even check them. Yeah. Did you put chapstick on? Did you put sunscreen?
It is not a new thing for Black women to have issues, situations with stylists, and I have done a few videos on this topic. If you haven't checked them out, check them out, particularly the one where this beautiful girl got half of her length cut off when she was only supposed to get 2 inches off, just a trim. I don't want to get started or get emotional about that one, but in this video, another lady who went to the salon to visit a stylist to get her hair looked after, and while this one is a little bit positive, or it ends positive, it actually does not begin very well. And it's really interesting to see how she dealt with the whole situation and how she was able to advocate for herself, and in the end get some sort of understanding between herself and the stylists. The Selfridges London have just opened their first black hair salon, so we'll go check it out for you guys. Let's go.
Now, you might be wondering, what the heck is a Selfridges? Opened in 1908, is one of the oldest luxury department stores in London, Oxford Street. So with luxury in mind, when this invite hit my inbox, you know, I had to vet it out for natural hair babes. So I'm gonna run you through my luxury hair experience, but let's just roll this story time. We're going straight into the deep end with the detangling process. The hairstylist was super friendly, ran me through what we were gonna do for the day, but already looking at these clips, I can see the section of hair that she's working with was way too big. So by the time we actually got to the detangling brush, my hair was not detangled properly. So this is what we were dealing with. And I could hear that things weren't going well, but it's only when I saw what I was hearing that I had to say something.
Trying to make sure that he's having a good time. So I don't even... It's okay if you can just add a bit more water to the ends. So... I won't even check them. Yeah. Did you put chapstick on? Did you put sunscreen?
That takes some courage to actually tell a stylist to do something in addition, or something that they're not doing that you're reminding them. It takes courage because a lot of them will actually react. I've had this experience where African stylists will actually go like, who are you? This is me, I've done this for years, I know what I'm doing. So kudos for her for actually speaking up.
Many chapsticks that have SPF in it though, I think Comex does, but then it's not very good.
And I'm not even gonna lie with you guys, but it was this very clip that made me not even want to release this video, because I endured. I was patient, I was hopeful, but things weren't getting better, and you can see the build-up of my frustration in this video. And although I'm not trying to crap on anyone, I will honestly say I am tired of being a Barbie doll's head at the salon, at a shoot, on set, wherever it might be, just because you don't know how to work with my hair texture.
Is it okay if you can finger detangle just a bit first? Because
so I started off by fingering detangling.
Quick one-on-one lesson, how to traumatize a black woman at the hair salon. Step 1, dismiss her.
Obviously I'm going to try my best.
Yeah, I really take my time when I'm detangling, and
Step 2, confuse her by mentioning something irrelevant to the point being made.
You're not getting a lot of shedding.
What?
For me, it's when I hear ripping, I don't like it, so...
When I saw the rough detangling at the beginning, I was like, okay, that's rough. But when I saw it the second time, I'm like, whoa, that is super rough. Especially if that video is not fast forwarded. It's too fast. It's too fast, it's too rough. Like, kudos to her for saying, can we finger detangle first? So, well done. But let's just rewind to see what the stylist actually says.
Is it okay if you can finger detangle just a bit first? Because
so I started off by fingering detangling.
So this stylist is actually saying she started by finger detangling. I didn't see any finger detangling in the beginning.
Step 2, confuse her by mentioning something irrelevant to the point being made.
You're not getting a lot of shedding.
What?
What does shedding have to do with the situation? I think what she meant to say was breakage, but
for me, it's when I hear ripping, I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
Step 3. Proceed to disregard the request and in fact just not detangle the section at all.
Thank you.
I think the most painful part of going through this footage was realizing that it's only by chance that I have this recorded. You know, I captured this on a whim.
The shade. She literally did not detangle that second piece. Do you guys see? I'll show you again. She literally just went ahead, picked it up and twisted it with a detangled one. Talk about passive aggressive. That's passive aggressive.
But this is a very common experience for Black women to go to black hair salons, to have a subpar experience, and then after much endurance, they finally pluck up enough courage to say something, but they're dismissed. Nothing happens of it, nothing's made of it. They go home. They start to question whether the thoughts or feelings were valid, whether they were making a fuss out of nothing. And then this is just the cycle of the hair trauma experience for Black women, and it's the reason why women don't go and get their haircuts for 6-7 years sometimes, and are afraid to go to the salon because of the experience that they might have. So I just want our community to do better. I want our community to talk to each other about the black hair experience, create safe and honest spaces to do so. Because if we want change, we need to do something different. And if we're not even engaging in these conversations without feeling triggered, we're just never going to move forwards.
This is so true. Like, in order for us to actually make progress with our relationship with stylists, there needs to be open, clear, and honest conversations about what's going on, and it's a two-way street. We need to be humble enough to learn, unlearn, etc., and vice versa. But yeah, it's really tricky to tell a professional that they're not doing their professional job really well, and kudos to her. I really appreciate her commentary, because I think a lot of Black women are actually traumatized being in the chair and just having these experiences with, you know, stylists, and in a situation where you're supposed to be receiving self-care, supposed to be relaxing kind of thing. So, but here it goes. I think, I don't know who that lady is coming up with a red wig. I don't know. She seems like the supervisor or something. Let's watch.
Just a tip for you before you shampoo your hair. Do a hot oil treatment, like a pre-poo. Yeah. That will help to loosen it. And it's just frizz. Frizz is what makes your hair dry on the ends. If I wasn't coming to this appointment today, I would have done like a hot oil treatment this morning and then like done my hair for the day. Any time that you're going to get your hair done, even if it's like, you know, you're coming here, do a hot oil treatment the day before. You can just leave it on overnight and stuff and then just come in with it. Okay.
I'm gonna keep my point on this clip real brief. The lady has a really good point with the hot oil treatment, but I'm a quote-unquote paying customer. Yes, this is a PR gifted experience, but unless explicitly communicated, I'm not gonna arrive at the hair salon with partially prepped hair when I'm paying for an experience. I don't go to the doctor when I'm well. I don't go to the dentist when my teeth are good.
Is this what we call luxury? Is this what we call luxury for Black women? I need to prep my hair and do the biggest job actually of our hair care, which is detangling, before I come to you. What am I paying for? What's the luxury in that? The luxury is supposed to be you taking that burden, not burden, but you know, taking that step, that role, that task from me, so that I don't have to do it. One. Number two, if you did not mention it prior, how am I supposed to know? It's giving just a stylist. Do you remember when the stylist said, oh, even if someone says to you, come to the salon with clean hair that's got no product in it, always know that you should put a conditioner in it?
Right, but you always should put a leave-in.
Right.
Always.
I don't ever not step out anywhere with no product in my hair.
Yeah, but
Right.
even if somebody tells you to do that, they mean you need to detangle your hair with a leave-in. And if they didn't say it, you have to know better.
Right.
Everybody has to know better. That
We were talking about this last night.
Maybe we need to just communicate better. Maybe for stylists, this is just, you know, obvious, but yeah, if it's not mentioned, like, you can't expect it.
I feel like the black hair experience, everyone's had like horror stories. I think the most important thing is just learning how to communicate what you want in the salon.
I can't help but watch this other one that's finger detangling like really quickly. Just, it looks like she's actually just separating or shingling or something. That's not really, because finger detangling is a level of raking and actually separating the hairs, and not just, as in separating them. It's not like just taking this hair and putting it there. That's not finger detangling. Finger detangling is literally trying to take away the knots and working through. But I digress.
Growing up, like all of the people that used to do my hair were like aunties, so like I feel like I wouldn't be able to. Whereas now it's just like if I want something done, or if it's something I want done a certain way, then I'll just communicate it instead.
Yeah, it is a shame that so many people have had bad experiences in salons, and that's why a lot of people still don't go back to salons.
Yeah.
But,
with a lot of my clients, I'm having to tell them that. Just trust me.
Wait, what? This comment for me, there's a lot I could say. I'm just gonna keep it short and sweet. This comment got me vexed.
It is sad though. It is traumatic.
Trauma, isn't it?
It's traumatic, but I think like when you go to a salon, you do have to put some element of faith in your hairstylist. Do you get what I mean?
What?
Yeah.
Trust is earned. Trust is earned. I'm not just trusting you because you have a qualification and I don't. Like, trust is earned. Trust is achieved by you showing a track record of doing the right thing. Then I can trust you. I'm not just gonna trust you because you are a stylist. Like, trust me? So far, it's not looking good, sis.
Now let's talk about texturism.
I don't think afros suit me per se,
Really?
but I would wear, I don't even know if I'd wear a wig afro. I don't know.
Really?
I'm actually really thankful that she brought this point up and felt comfortable enough to do so. I feel like the topic of non-conforming and normalizing wearing natural hair out comes up time and time again. All I'm gonna say is there is so much power in the fruit of the tongue. The things that you say about yourself, about your hair, about your identity really has an impact on how you view yourself. And if your perception of self is that the hair that naturally grows out of your head top doesn't suit you, or that a hair texture completely different to your own is a better match for you, then I would really implore you to dig just a little bit deeper. Think about what effect having this mindset might have on your perception of self. I say all of that. Meanwhile, my girl is just in the corner going ham with her Tangle teaser.
So it seems the stylist has got some level of, I don't know, either texturism or really not being confident wearing her own natural texture. And I'm glad they had the conversation, but again, I am a bit about someone that is doing natural hair that necessarily does not really accept their hair fully or is confident to wear their own hair out. It's like saying someone without my texture making a product for my hair texture. It's possible, but I mean, there's a lot of questions to ask, you know, and a lot of vetting to make sure that it is actually something that will be beneficial. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you haven't experienced it, you don't know it. That's just me. Let me know what you think.
Next, we moved on to the scalp treatment, and I'm pretty sure I had something minty in it because it had a nice cooling effect on my scalp. This whole application was really well done. It was very relaxing, but naturally, I was still recovering from the traumatic detangling experience I had just had. But the steam bath products themselves are actually really good. I use the scalp serum and the shampoo at home, and it has gorgeous ingredients and provides a really sensory experience. Deep condition and steam later. She checked my scalp to make sure it was clean, and then we got started with the blow dry. Now overall, I'd give her techers for her blow dry routine. She went through with the tension method first, so stretching my hair out with the blow dryer and creating some tension, and then she went through with the paddle brush. My only irk again was that the sections were just too big. She was definitely struggling in some sections, which makes me think my hair was also being pulled out.
My job is done. Thank you. Sorry if you felt like I was tugging on your hair when I was combing it and things like that.
Past this point, we are doing higher vibrations only and we are not revisiting the prior scenes. Next up, we have Laurelyn, the lead hairstylist at the Steam Bar, and let's just say, she's great.
Hey guys, we're just trimming our hair today. Just gone through deciding together where we're going to trim. It's always important to decide together. So as you can see there, your actual solid line is just above my fingers, but that's not where I'm going to cut.
Okay.
That's not where I'm going to see.
I mean, if you think that's what's best,
It's right about here.
okay.
So I'm glad that eventually they still had a positive ending. As you can see, she still had issues with the other stylist that did not really detangle her hair very gently. But then the lady ended up apologizing in the end, which is really, really big of her. Like, well done. It takes guts to say sorry. And that also repairs the relationship between the customer and also the stylist, you know. But the lady at the end there that came to trim her hair, you know, seemed to also be very knowledgeable and knew what she was doing. So eventually the appointment ended on a positive, somewhat a positive note. It's not like she stood up and left, or when I'm not coming back here and we're not talking to each other kind of thing. So this is maturity to me, to be able to navigate through these difficult situations between stylists and clients. Melanie Michi, which is the lady who's getting her hair done, she has quite a positive attitude about her. She actually said, you know, past this point, just positive vibes, like I'm not revisiting anything that's happened before and again. That takes great maturity and just really great positivity. That's someone that actually wants things to work, okay? And, you know, in the workplace, in any relationships, parent-child relationships, you actually have to go through these difficult situations and conversations to actually get to that place where you kind of have an understanding. And I think that's where we need to get as a community. This video I thought would be good to bring out here because I guess it's something that didn't start off well but ended up really positive. And it just goes to show that it is possible to actually repair, mend, build this relationship that has been really just broken, tarnished over years and years of experiences between these two parties. But yeah, let me know. Black women have a lot of trauma at the salon. It's not even funny, and we really need to address this and come to the table because we want to support stylists. We want our hair to be taken care of, and I'm sure stylists want money, want clients. It's a two-way street. Both parties are benefiting, but we need to sort of come in the middle. Each one take a step forward to meet each other in the middle and find some, you know, agreement, some middle ground to be able to work together in a positive way. But anyway, let me know your thoughts. I thought this was an interesting one to bring to you and react to. I will see you in the next video. Bye.